Everybody, this is our second video on how to be president of Vintage Voices. Today's video is going to be more of an instructional flavor, okay? It's not going to be, one of the more fun videos where I get to look at the screen and talk a lot. Instead, we're going to be broadcasting my screen and showing you exactly how to do these 7 things you want to do before the semester begins. So, that said, let's get started. So here are the 7 things we are required to do at the beginning of every semester. You'll do this in early August for the fall semester or early January for the spring semester. And those 7 things are renewing SGA Recognition, reserving a room for the rehearsals, reserving a room for the concert if it's in spring, reserving a table at first look fair because you got to get that PR, creating a semester schedule so we know when things are happening, scheduling 4 performances because we got to do that early to actually get the slots, and last but not least, creating an action item spreadsheet so that board knows the little tasks that they have to do during the semester to make it all happen. Gotta love your board. Okay, so I'm going to show you these things one by one. The first thing we're going to do is renew SGA Recognition, and to do that, you go to OrgSync, a site I'm sure you all know and love very much. If my internet can get a little bit faster, then we might get there before I turn 60. Have my own Vintage Voices performances at my senior home. Alright, so here we are. Click on this triad of people here. Go to Vintage Voices. Click on Profile. Scroll all the way down. Click on Manage Profile because you want to manage that. And then click on Update and Renew Profile. That's going to take you to a form that you can fill out where you'll enter in all the info for the organization to renew it. And it'll also let you pick 3 people who are going to be e-calendar people who can actually make reservations for that concert and for the rehearsals. And that's what we're going to do next. Number 2, make those reservations. To reserve rooms for the weekly rehearsals, you're going to go to ecalendar.umd.edu. If you don't know it, now you know it. You got to log in with your directory ID. So here we go. I'll give $6 to anybody who can guess my directory password. Alright, so to reserve for the weekly rehearsals, you're going to go to Classroom Spring, because we're reserving a classroom, right? That's what we reserve rehearsals for. Make sure you make the reservation in Simmons Hall, because Simmons Hall and the Armory are the only 2 buildings where we're allowed to sing, right? Which is oppression, but I mean, it's the truth. And we usually pick Simmons Hall because it's more sanitary than the Armory. So you can also pick the recurrence because this is going to happen every week. Our current meetings are every Monday, right? And they begin at 7:30 p.m. So let's make it roll like that. And then they end at 8:45 p.m. So that's going to be right here. There you go, just hit apply recurrence. You got to tell them how many people are going to be there, so I'm going to say 25 for an estimate. And check that out. They'll give you all the available rooms in Simmons Hall that meet the requirements you gave. If you want to reserve this room, you just click the plus. I already actually reserved another room in Simmons Hall, so I'm not going to reserve this one. Alright, so now you want to reserve a room for the benefit concert, right? It's early January, you're super on top of things planning ahead, so you're going to go to Student Org Events right here to make a reservation for the benefit concert. And so let's say we want our benefit concert to be on Tuesday, right? Starting at 8 p.m. So you can say 8 p.m. right here. It corrects it for you, which is kind of nice, and ending at 10 p.m. Alright, and now let's say we want the start date to be April 12th. Right now it's actually March 12th, but I want to show you what it looks like. Alright, click Apply Recurrence. And now it's set. Say there's going to be 80 people there maybe, and we want it to be a banquet because we like giving people that ice cream. Now you click Find Space, and it'll give you a list of all the spaces that are available that you can reserve, which is pretty cool. You just make the reservation and make sure you do it early in January, y'all. Otherwise you're not going to get a room for the concert, which would burn. Alright, so there you go. That's how you make the reservations. 2 and 3, check. Now we're going to make a reservation for a table at first look fair, because you got to get that PR. Alright, so to do that, again, you're going to go to OrgSync, your favorite website, then click on this triad and click on Vintage Voices, and then you're going to go to More, then Forms, okay, and then you're going to fill out this form right here. You can see that it's closed right now, and if I click on it, it's going to tell me that it's closed and that it was due on January 25th, actually. But normally if you fill it out in early January, like how you should, right, then you'll be able to get a table at first look fair, and you'll actually be able to fill it out. So that's how you reserve a table at first look fair, not too bad. Now we're going to go to these 3 things. Creating the semester schedule is next. To do that, you're going to go to our Google Drive. And we actually have a folder in the Google Drive called Admin, where we put all of our semester schedules and all of our other administrative documents. So if you scroll down, You can see the semester schedule for spring 2019. And I've given you a gift. I've already made the one for spring 2019. And you might or might not know this, but the events stay pretty much the same from semester to semester. So if you want to access the semester schedules for previous semesters to make the one for this semester, you just go to Admin, and then go to Past Semesters, and then you'll be able to see all of the semester schedules. So for example, for spring 2018, right? If I was wondering what events do we normally do on our semester schedule, I can see it right here. And if you look at spring 2018 semester schedule versus the one for spring 2019, this current semester, you can see that they're pretty much similar, like they're almost the same, except we used to have more rehearsals and whatnot. So I would use the current schedule as a guide for you, and that'll be in the past semesters folder. You can use that to make your semester schedule, and it'll turn out all right. So that's how you make the semester schedule. Next is schedule and performances. So to schedule performances, you have to call the senior homes or email them, right, early on in the semester, or ideally during break in January. And you just call them or email them, ask them when they're free, which weekends they're free, and then we try to schedule the performances for those weekends. Now you might be wondering, well, how do I know which homes to email? I'm going to show you. If you search senior homes near College Park in a Google Drive, there's actually a spreadsheet called Senior Homes Near College Park. It has a list of all of these homes and their contact info so that you can email them or call them and ask them to schedule a performance. And we usually do 4 performances, as you can see on our semester schedule. So these are usually pretty good estimates for when the date is going to be for those. Alright? Benefit concerts on here too, which is pretty important. And last but not least, you got to create an action item spreadsheet, because this is where you're going to keep all the tasks that board has to do. Because, you know, a happy board is a happy club, right? So to get to that, to get to the action item spreadsheet, we also keep that in the admin folder. And we also have past action item spreadsheets in past semesters if you're looking for ideas. So the current board action item spreadsheet is right here in the admin folder. And if you look, you'll see it has the items for basically the entire semester. You might be thinking, oh, well, it's a little bit of an overkill to plan out the entire semester like this, right? But just trust me, it'll make it so much easier to do this, and then you can just break it down week by week. So for example, the items in blue right here are the items that are due this upcoming week, and we're going to do these items as a board this upcoming week. That's why they're in blue. And you can see that the deadline is all here, and the links that people need, if necessary, are here. And that's basically all that there is to, you know, keeping board organized, keeping the schedule organized, and making sure that you can get everything done in this club. So that's a relatively brief overview of 7 things that you should get done before the semester begins if you want to be president. I know that this isn't exactly one of the funnier videos or fun videos, this is more of a how-to video, but it is important to understand how to practically do the job as well. So I hope you all found this video to be informative. Like, comment, and subscribe below if you would like to stay tuned for more on how to be president. Thanks for watching.